Welcome to Quick Rip. Big B here with you. Hey, I hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. Today we're going to talk a little UFC 279. Of course, headlined by Chimaev versus Diaz. It's going down Saturday, September 10th, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Something special about a pay-per-view coming to us from Las Vegas. Hopefully, before my time on this planet is over, I'll make my way down to Vegas and be able to take in a live show. Until then, though, much like the rest of us here, I'll be watching on the big screen. So UFC 279, let's fucking dive right into this, because this is a weird card. This is a really weird pay-per-view that's been put together here. Obviously, as I mentioned, you've got Khamzat Chimaev versus Nate Diaz topping off the night, which is gorgeous. It's two gangsters, so to speak, going head to head. It's going to be, I anticipate it's going to be a great fucking fight. But let's just dive into the 279 before we look at the main event a little closer, because 279 features zero title fights. Nowadays we're looking at pay-per-views with usually two title fights on, the co-main and the main event becoming more and more common, that those two are 5-round title fights. Sometimes we have a card with just the main event as the title fight, and here, in a rare fucking case, no titles on the line at all. Co-main event is going to feature Tony Ferguson as he moves up to 170. He's taking on Leech, and I don't know, folks, I don't like this matchup at all. Tony hasn't taken much time off from his last loss, which was a brutal knockout. As a Tony Ferguson fan, I don't see any way to victory for El Cucuy over Leech. I mean, Leech is top tier. Ferguson's entering 170, diving right into the fucking deep end here. I don't know, folks. I just don't like his chances. I don't like the matchup. Unfortunately, I think Leech is just going to walk all over him, kind of have his way with him, sort of speak. We'll see. The first round's going to be interesting because obviously who the fuck knows what Ferguson's going to come out with. It could be some crazy shit and catch Leech and the night's over. One can only hope, right? So for that one, I'm kind of looking, obviously in my heart, it's I'm always rooting for Tony Ferguson. He's one of the OGs of the sport, and can't give him enough respect. Always cheer for him. But on the other side of the coin, if I'm a betting man, I gotta go Leech. Like I say, I just don't think Ferguson has a way to victory in this one, unfortunately. Moving down, I know we're going in a little bit weird order, but moving down on the card, as the featured bout of the evening, we have the return of Daniel Rodriguez. Yes, D-Rod is back, which I'm fucking excited for. He's taking on Big Mouth Kevin Holland. This one is going down at 180 pounds. So, yeah, it's kind of a catch weight, I guess. According to Tapology, it's going down at 180. I don't know, sounds weird. I haven't heard officially if that's a catch weight or if it's just a misprint here on Tapology. Either way, we've got D-Rod coming back, return after what I believe he had to have at least a couple of surgeries on his hand there. Some complications from the sounds of it, but you know what? There was a video of him training a while back, being able to hit and everything that he posted on his Instagram, so you knew it was only a matter of time before he was coming back. Great matchup there. Other than the main event, that has a high chance of getting fight of the night. It's going to be interesting. Both are probably going to want to stand and bang, and we're going to see who's the better man there. Other than that, and I'm not saying that there's not other good matchups on the card, but that's pretty much it, folks. For $80, I mean, you're looking basically 3 fights, that a person would generally pay for. No titles, so I don't know. Is $279 worth the pay-per-view price of $70 to $80? I don't know. That's kind of the beauty of it. You never know. You could spend $80 and it could be a shit show of a night where you're almost falling asleep watching the fights because they're so boring, or you could spend $80 and have fantastic entertainment for hours. But obviously on paper, this is a little bit of a weird card. Like I say, no titles. Dive into the main event here just a little bit. By the way, Kevin Holland, D-Rod, my official pick. I'm going Rodriguez. I just think he has the better hands. As long as he's not gun shy, I think he should have this one in the bag. So that moves us to the main event. Khamzat Chimaev, Nate Diaz, going down 170 pounds. Now, obviously, Chimaev is undefeated, 11-0. He's a puzzle that's yet to be solved. He's virtually ran through all of his opponents since making his UFC debut. Of course, with the exception in his last bout against Gilbert Burns, where just chalk that up to Gilbert Burns being tough as fucking leather. It was a good fight. And I'm gonna rewatch that fight actually this week in the lead up to UFC 279, and I would recommend you do as well, because it was a fantastic fucking fight. Even the walkouts alone were just, it was a special fight. I think we're gonna have a special fight here too. You know what, Nate Diaz, he's on a 2-fight losing skid. Last fight on his UFC contract. Obviously, word is that he wants out, and it just came out early today that he has applied for a promoter's license in California. So it looks like Nate Diaz is, maybe gonna take off the gloves and put on the promoter hat. And who knows what else he's gonna fucking do. I mean, he's Nate Diaz. He probably has 1,000 fucking offers coming in right now already before his last fight's even done. And of course, there's always the small possibility that the UFC could entice him to stick around. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens after this fight. Never mind fucking during the fight. Sorry, I got sidetracked there, but we got Chimaev, 11-0. Like I say, he's a puzzle yet to be solved. A new generation Rubik's Cube, if you will, where once somebody figures it out, though, we're gonna have a ball game. For now, like I said, Chimaev, virtually unstoppable. And obviously he's the heavy fucking favorite going into this one. Tapology currently has him listed as minus 1,200. Nate Diaz on the other side, the huge underdog at plus 725.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfucker.
I don't know, folks. This is another one that I'm kind of pissed off at the UFC a little bit, just a little bit, for making, only because I love both fighters. Chimaev is, how can you not love Chimaev? I mean, he wants to go out there and smash everybody, and he goes out there and he tries to do it, and in most cases he does. Nate Diaz, he's fucking Nate Diaz. I mean, come on. Even people that don't follow the sport know who Nate Diaz is. And I'm guessing that's what the UFC is banking on here, is those pay-per-view buys. Unfortunately, You know what? I'm a fan of both, as I say. Here's another case of, and this is why I'm pissed off at the UFC a little bit, because once again, the heart's with Nate Diaz. I mean, I'll cheer for Nate Diaz for virtually any fucking fight. You know, even when he was taking on McGregor, who was by far my favorite fighter at the time, I wasn't even mad that he beat him in the first fight. How could you be? I mean, he goes out there, he bleeds, he works, he gives people the finger, he fucking slaps them. Fantastic entertainment. Unfortunately, I think it's Chimaev's time, and I'm gonna go with the masses here, and I believe Chimaev is gonna have. I'm not gonna say an easy night, because you're not gonna have an easy night when you fight a Diaz. But I do think I do think he comes out on top of this one. I don't necessarily see him finishing Diaz, though. I mean, that's a tough fucking task. I don't know the exact stats, but I know he hasn't been finished very often in his long UFC run here. So I don't see him getting finished. My concern, of course, always when Nate Diaz fights is scar tissue. Is that going to open up? I mean, you look at the Masvidal fight, how that ended. I don't want it to end like that, but that is a possibility here, folks. Anytime you have a Diaz fighting, their scar tissue is just unreal. I have heard that Nate had surgery since then to obviously scrape some of that shit out of there and try and avoid that again. So we'll see. I don't know. Official pick, I'm going Chimaev, but I'll be sitting here fucking cheering for Nate. What do you guys think? Let me know out there in YouTube land. Put them in the comments. What's your picks for UFC 279? What's your thoughts on UFC 279? Are you going to shell out the $80? Are you going to stream it? You're just going to watch the highlights? Let me know what's going on. And while you're there, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Stay up to date, all things UFC, BKFC, MMA. We got it here at Bowls, Beers, and Brawls. Till next time, everybody, take care and peace.
I think the trick that fumbled over the train. I wonder how we had all